It all happened like I knew it would. A single drop of source magic. And, like flies to honey, the monsters swarmed. The rebel panicked. The carnage began. And the Magisters pointed their fingers at me. Just as I'd planned. I was shackled and collared and sent to Fort Joy. I'd come here to kill Godwoken. But instead I became part of their story.
So, still a bit groggy, are we? Don't worry, the sedative will wear off soon enough. Easy now, no need to hurry. Get your bearings and report to me upstairs.
A new dawn, a new day. Now, to get control of this barge before sundown. What are you smiling about? What are you smiling about? I'll be damned if I'll get back on that infernal device. Oh, would you look at that?
Shaking her fluffy coat, the sheep eyes you balefully, her rectangular eyes like letterboxes to the void. With one sharp hoof, she kicks you right in the shin. Did you expect a needle?
Locked.
It seems as though there's a pattern in the blood flow. That can't be natural.
Empty.
Why, you're looking a bit more chipper. Yes, looks like that collar fits you snugly enough. Nice bit of work. There you are. Not too tight, I hope. The collar, I mean. Oh, not to worry. Every dog has to get used to its leash. In the meantime, your next stop will be Magister William. All passengers have to be registered in the ship's manifest, and he's the chap in charge of the logs. You'll find him on the other side of this deck, in the officers' quarters.
He seemed quite averse to spending time with the others.
Oh dear, I'm afraid you're a long way from home, milord. A long way from the little bells that make footmen come a-running.
Index fingers pressed to her lips, she pauses a moment to give you a scrutinizing gander.
My word, you do seem a bit befuddled, don't you? Perhaps I was a bit too generous with that sedative. Oh, well, I'm sure you'll soon gather your wits. Most likely. Eventually. In the meantime, all you need to know is that we're en route to Fort Joy. A new life awaits, and if you're a particularly good boy, perhaps a cure as well. An end to sauce. For good.
Good gods, there's been a murder here.
Ugly sight, isn't it? Burns me up this happened under our protection. We're extremely lucky no Voidwoken followed the source that did this.
She looks up at you with a mirthless smile.
I was on duty in your room when the murder happened. You were asleep the whole time. Didn't even stir. You're one of the only indisputably innocent people on the ship. Unless you can commit murder in your sleep, of course. Not with that collar on, you aren't. Listen, I could use someone to keep their ears open among the passengers. Sometimes they clam up in front of a uniform. Bring me a good lead, and I'll throw in a shiny gold coin for you. How about that? Not in here, it isn't. You let me know if you hear anything. Whoever did this is dangerous.
Behind the Magister, a bloodied mass lies in a heap. Gore and limbs lie at odd angles. You can't make out a face amid the mess.
There's been a murder. A sorcerer was killed by one of your own. Lucky you were busy getting your collar. Waters is investigating. She'll figure she'll be fine. Now move along.
Ah, there you are. Husband. Would you please tell this very charming gaggle of not at all brat-like babes that I am by no accounts this Losa woman, nor do I sing, in fact. I'm deathly allergical. How very correct you are, spouse of mine. Madame Josephine Gribbles de Peeb refuses to be confused with anyone else. What? What's so funny?
Her pinched face cracks into a great grin, and she shoos the children away from her with a laugh.
Yeah, okay, you found me out. Go on and git, and maybe I'll sing you something when I'm good and ready.
She turns to you, dark-eyed and dirty-haired, and smiles flatly.
Gotta keep ourselves entertained, haven't we? Guess you aren't a creative type, are you, Chief? I say they're one and the same. Nope. Trying not to find anything out either. Ignorance is bliss. The utterer, the better. Thanks, but I already belong to an elite and exclusive ship gang. We play ball every day after lunch. You're too soft for it. You take care, though.
Suddenly, her eyes cloud to an unnatural black. Greyish veins run down her face, and her mouth tightens into a cruel sneer. As quickly as they came, the clouds clear. She smiles.
Good luck, Chief.
An elf sits tucked away in a dark spot, lazily rolling dice onto the surface of a barrel. They sound like the dry cackling of an old witch.
Snake eyes.
She chuckles.
I bet that's just what they'll look like. Rolling dice. Deciding fates.
She eyes you quite seriously.
Not the future, no. But I can read the past in flesh. One of the perks of being an elf, you see. I'm quite good at it, too. I could lick your arm and tell you how you spent the night before last. Shall I?
She gives your arm a vigorous stroke of the tongue, efficient like a cat grooming.
As you were forced onto this ship in the dead of night, you walked the length of the hull, running your hand along the timber as if it were a woman's thighs. I must say, I've never heard so many pet names for dead wood before. Of course it is. The truth's right there, skin deep. But don't you worry, darling. Your secret's safe with me. I don't lick and tell.
She smiles contemptuously.
Just a kitten in a corner, aren't we?
Well, if it ain't the beast of the sea, I'll be. Shouldn't you be off yo-ho-hoing on your ship instead of stowing away on this one? Oh, nobody special, just a carpenter I am. But every dwarf worth his beard knows the beast.
Your kind always hung closest to our divine, like wolves around a campfire.
What about that collar then? All part of your master plan, is it?
As soon as the Inquisitor gets here, we'll hang you right
No,
over the side.
no problem here.
He takes a gulp from his mug, but his eyes remain visible just over the rim, locked in a questioning stare.
Come on, please, Losa.
I spent my life singing for my slaves to bring me my supper. Finer fare than boiled. Meanwhile, the Magisters feast on honeyed meat.
Well, well, what have we here? A fresh face in this stale hell. Let's size you up, shall we?
The lizard looks you up and down, like a farmer would a fetching horse. All of a sudden, he grips you firmly by the chin, with the intent of inspecting your teeth.
As soon as the Inquisitor gets here, we'll hang you right over the side.
I'm inspecting your teeth, in case that wasn't spectacularly obvious. There's some discoloration, but I've seen worse. After all, one can't expect to find prime merchandise on a squalid little ship like this. Now then, to business. You will answer me 3 questions. The first one is this. Can you cook?
Your kind always hung closest to our divine, like wolves around a campfire.
Ah, music to my beleaguered stomach. On to the second question. Can you knit, weave? In short, tailor? Yes, I can tell from your vagabond chic, a bag is as good as a shirt kind of style. I shouldn't be getting my hopes up. On then to my final query. Have you the ability to administer the upkeep of one's personal appearance? The delicate art of cosmetics is what I'm after. Yes, if you sprout hair as copiously on other regions of your physique, I don't doubt you're well versed in the secrets of grooming. So, 3 questions asked, 3 questions answered. Let's evaluate, shall we? As per your own testimony, you can cook and groom, but you have the fashion sense of a monkey in a clown suit. Still, beggars can't be choosers, so without further ado, I offer you my sincerest congratulations. As of now, you are my slave.
Never thought you'd end up a prison guard, Vic.
That right? I always knew you'd turn out rotten Ben
You should probably come to terms with the fact that you've half a mind, full stop. Rein in your impertinence, will you? I'm a fair man, but I won't spare the rod. Anyway, you may leave me for a moment. We'll go over your duties once we reach Fort Joy. Now shoo! When I want you to attend me, I'll whistle. Until then, go stand in a discreet corner somewhere, will you?
Name?
That right? I always knew you'd turn
Well, you aren't here on my list. Scrammy. We're trying to catch a killer here.
out always hung closest to our divine, like wolves around a campfire.
The elf is reading a volume of Cranley Hubert's famous encyclopedia. He looks up, his big round eyes scanning your body, absorbing every detail. He reaches out and examines your face, tugging at your ears and prodding your nose.
Fascinating.
He sits back and returns to his book, flicking quickly from page to page, completely oblivious to your presence.
I've seen more appetizing things coming out of...
The elf reaches towards you to continue his examination, and you slap his hand down. Apparently, this guy doesn't get jokes.
Oh dear. I seem to have crossed some cultural taboo. How difficult. You have my apologies, dwarf. Perhaps I should demand the same from those red-cloaked humans. They laid their hands on me more than once. I do not believe I've been drawn anywhere. It is a quaint little read, but it is simultaneously too detailed and insufficient. I know the beginning of this tale and the end, but I am rather missing the middle. Tell me, what do you know of our world's history? Most unusual, and if it's not too rude to suggest, not much of an answer. No, I want to know about the Celestial. I want to know about your gods. This text tells me that they created all creatures, but nothing of what came before. Where did these gods come from? Who are their people? Where are the others of their kind? Of course you don't have any useful information. Why did I expect anything else? Now please, run along. I have a world to decipher.
Is the Magister's more concerned than your appetite?
Don't you get saucy with me when you clearly don't know the first thing about sauce.
Here to register, sir. Good, good. You faring okay so far? Course I do. Seems Voidwoe can dog your heels like a shadow. You'll see. We're gonna help you. You head on in now. Williams will get you short.
Keep those bolts trained on her, and if she tries to run, shoot.
Standing at the center of the room, you spot a sorcerer haughtily eyeing a pair of nervous-looking magisters. They keep their crossbow trained upon her as she's being interrogated by an officer.
So you admit it then? You murdered that poor fella?
Yes, I did. But of course, that was only the beginning.
She turns her head and looks you straight in the eye.
There are others whose lives must end.
Good God, the woman's mad. You there, sorcerer, go and fetch Magister Siwan. We need to do more than collar this maniac. We need to shackle her, hands and feet.
By all means, do as the officer says. But you had better hurry, because
She reaches for her collar and simply removes it.
I'm just about to create a scene.
Subdue her men quickly! If she casts source, the Voidwoken will come. They'll end us all.
She smiles with wicked satisfaction.
Precisely.
What's happened?
What happened? Must have been the turnips. You dare strike a royal? Ooh.
The lizard's eyes close as he slips into unconsciousness. You shake the lizard by the shoulders, but you're unable to wake him up. Ifan lies motionless, curled on the ground like an animal. Under his shaggy hair, his eyes flicker open, but
Lucien.
Ifan cries out. Then his eyes fall closed again. No matter how much you The young woman lies in a heap on the She doesn't. The Magister lies on the floor. The Magister lies...
Hatch is blocked. I'll need to find another way.
Not long before this thing snaps into splinters. Damn, that doesn't bode well. Onwards and upwards. Something's pounding on the hull. God damn it. Need to get off this wreck and quick.
Through the door and are suddenly face to face with an undead. His skull is bizarrely angular and a glorious jewel sits in the middle of his forehead. The skeleton is quickly leafing through a volume of Cranley Hubert's famous encyclopedia, muttering to himself.
No, no, no! What damn fools record knowledge on a pulped tree? It catches fire, it turns into must when wet, it cannot even resist acid! No wonder they're so bloody ignorant.
The skeleton looks up and notices you for the first time.
Oh, it's you. Shouldn't you be running and screaming or some such?
The skeleton groans and looks back to his book, frantically flipping from page to page.
I know your god did not gift you with much, but kindly use the little you were given. Do you look at me and think, why yes, there is someone with organs enough to drown? Trifling matters like water and poison do not concern me. No, damp robes are the most I have to fear. Once this glorified skiff hits the sea floor, I will simply walk to shore. Whereas you, I believe, have lifeboats to pointlessly squabble over. I believe you did, although I was wearing the face of an elf at the time. I had a mask, rather ingeniously designed, which allowed me to take that primitive form. A mask that was stolen by that damned witch after her little scene. Still, she'll drown with the rest of these fools, and I will simply pluck my mask from her cold, dead hands. Indeed. Just as sensible as getting off a sinking ship and leaving I would say good day, but it seems quite likely that you're about to die a rather terrible death.
The skeleton shrugs casually and returns to his book. The marking on the door was painted recently, judging from its pungent scent. You don't recognize the symbol, but it's clearly warning you away. You press your palm against the door to open it. The wood feels neither cold nor warm. It doesn't budge. The door groans open.
Something's breaking through. chance.
Shut your trap, kid. Children and dwarfs first, just like the old stories say.
The dwarf yanks at one of the nearby ropes to no avail.
You said there were other people down there.
You see those tentacles, kid? It's time for getting the hell out of here. Hear that, kid? We need to go.
But what about the ladder? It's right over there. You can go straight down.
As the boat rocks downward, an old sea shanty passes through your mind. Should I soon lie at the bottom of sea, would Stoona carve out a marker for me? You clench your eyes and brace for impact.
I have plans for you, child. Rise.
Honorable Dallas, we lost a ship sailing sorcerer prisoners to Fort Joy. We assume some escaped and broke their collars. Their vile magic lured the Voidwoken. All who were aboard are presumed dead. Yours faithfully into eternity, High Judge Orivan.
Fran! My hat! Oh, damn it! Floating a few good miles out by now. Am I the lone survivor? Which means I better get a move on. Brachus Rex. The fella builds his throne on the backs of thousands, and the Order lets his statue stand. Voidwoken. Those are the same beasts that sank our ship. Damn, they've made it to shore. Thought these bloody collars were supposed to keep those things at bay. drowned and eaten by a void woken. Now I wonder in which order.
The squirrel looks at you in shock. Are you sure you want to chase him away? The squirrel turns his nose up at you and turns away. But his cat seems more than happy to tag along, dragging its owner with it.
You spot a strange lizard gazing over the water with a steady, malcontent stare. His skin is of a bright, blood-red color. Could he be... Yes, you recognize him from the ship. It would seem you're not the only one who survived the tentacles of the deep. The lizard turns about with the graceful ease of a dancer, or a duelist. You lock eyes with his, two smouldering embers that sizzle your very soul.
Indeed. Well, you certainly have a lot of nerve, haven't you? To act all high and mighty after what you've done. No need to play the innocent with me. Word has reached me, through a very sour grapevine indeed, that you turned your back on your fellow passengers back on that ship. Left us to fend for ourselves. So much easier, isn't it, to look out for oneself alone? Sorry is a word for the weak. Stand by your actions. They were actually entirely justified as far as I'm concerned. Besides, I wasn't fishing for an apology. I was merely making a point. About oneself. Alone. So, if there's nothing further... If you really must know, I haven't quite decided yet. I've a frightful amount of things on my mind, hence my standing here contemplating the waves.
He sighs dramatically.
Tell me, what do you see when you cast your glance over this ocean? You're everything. We see much the same, then, in our own ways.
He looks out over the water once more, and so do you. A few tranquil moments pass as the waves lap against your thoughts.
As for myself, when I consider this vast expanse before us, I see an empire. I see continents dotted with mighty cities. And shimmering along the soft curve of the sea's horizon, I picture the palaces that formed my paradise. Of course, it's rather specific. Quite obviously, I'm musing over the very actual empire that I lost.
Suddenly, having all the air of being deeply offended, he stares at you with utter incredulity.
Well, don't just stand there gawking like an ape at an abacus. Or do you really mean to tell me you don't know who I am? The very same. I am the Red Prince, the All-Conqueror, the World-Tamer, the spouse of the sun. Of course you know me.
There's a brief moment's pause, during which his grandiloquent pose deflates ever so slightly.
That said, I suppose I must own up to the fact that I find myself rather in between all-conquering and world-taming opportunities at the moment. The grandeur that is my fate has hit a bit of a snag. But never you worry. For the throne I was destined, and my throne I shall have. Then by all means.
He watches you depart without another word, then turns back to face the sea.
Black cat. I like cats, but wouldn't eat a whole.
The cat's eyes are clouded and grey, but it stares at you with acute intensity. Its eyes clear, and it shakes its head, confused. The cat's eyes are clouded. It appears confused.
Hey, mister. It's a lot nicer here than that stinking boat. Sure wish you'd gone back to save the others. Though, I did see one of them wringing out their tunic at the shore a few hours ago. So I guess some of them survived at least.
We already know. Stay back, sorcerer, and stay silent.
We know you've been helping sorcerers escape, Atusa. We have proof.
I'd sooner cut my tongue out than lie to you, Alexander. I know nothing of any escapees.
If you can tell the Godwoken no more, your tongue is of no use. Cut it out.
This can't be serious, Alexander. Come!
You should know by now to obey your superior, Magister, whatever she may ask.
Atusa pinches the tip of her tongue with 2 fingers and brings her dagger to its root. Her eyes squeeze shut. Drops of blood form against the dagger's edge and quickly fall to the ground. She groans.
Stop! My father, may his soul rest in peace, would be disappointed in you, Atusa. To think you would lie to his only son, your bishop, and your friend these many years. The fate of our realm hangs in the balance. If you will not help us save it, then you will help the Void destroy it. Dallas?
Yes, Your Holiness?
I believe we're done here.
What a waste. Come, we'll be needed elsewhere. I told him at noon exactly, didn't I?
Did you see them, sir? Bishop Alexander and the Hammer herself, they were so close, almost within arm's reach. A traitor cannot be murdered. A traitor easy enough to avoid.
I got my eye on you, half-stack. Don't try any of that sauce business on my watch, or I'll do to you what the hell I did to that traitor. No, never heard of it. Hang on.
He suddenly goes quite red in the face, and his eyes flash with anger.
You dare insult the Magister? Scum. I'd have you shackled, but what's the point? Soon enough you'll get that evil sucked right out of you, and then we'll all be the better for it.
Come on then, Lexi. Hey up.
I find I need bread. I want no trouble.
Bread or...
You! Help me teach this beast. He must respect. If not, he comes for you next.
Respect? Huh. Someone's got to keep this place running. Griff can't do it for free. Why'd you gotta make this so hard?
An intense-looking man steps between the thug and the elf and rolls up his sleeves, revealing well-muscled and heavily scarred arms.
Just stand aside, won't you, mate? This is no business of yours.
Lone wolves decide their own business.
The thug freezes in fear for a moment before shuffling back to the protection of his crony.
Pay up, elf. No one shorts Griff, especially not one of you.
The intense-looking man stands beside you against the thugs, shooting you an appraising glance. Burrow looks you both up and down, sizing up your combined threat.
Ah, get out of here. The both of you. You ain't worth the sweat of my brow anyhow.
The elf smiles and bows to you in thanks.
Follow me, before more of them trouble us. There is a safe place.
A wee reprieve from the den outside.
Thank you for your help with that, thug. Humans hate us both the same here. This is so strange.
She bows.
It gives me great pain. I'm with my family. We are making beautiful magic. We are healing a tree cut down with great violence. The Magisters come. My family in this cave. We trust the healer. She is young, but she sees. She knows more than we know. In the camp, the brute. I hear of no escapes. The only way out is through. Through the Magisters, through their cure. Thugs, I can stand, but I fear the Magisters. Wait, before you go, I am not here without your help. I do not forget this. For you, a prize. I save it for a special occasion, but I can think of no finer occasion than thank you.
I magicked you, you're dead! Whoever kills the other is the boss! Shua! 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 Got you!
The young girl's eyes are covered, but she turns towards you when you approach. She smiles as though she recognizes you, though she couldn't have seen your face.
Hello, sailor. Hello, Marcus. The spirits have left your mind, but they haunt you still. How long since you left the Isle of Mists? I see it before my eyes. It is not so bad. I know which days have bread and which days have none. I know more bread comes someday. It helps. Your life is not your own. Your life is for us all. I cannot say more.
Her eyebrows shoot up.
There can be a way. Amiro knows. But he is gone. Do you see him? He knows how to leave. But if you find him, maybe you can help him. He is caught by those who hurt him. I wish so much for his return. And he tells you what you seek. a way out. You bring me great peace. I see something that helps. I see a lizard. He is a lizard of many dreams, of far feeling. You do not free Amiro without him. I feel him, but I do not see him.
State your business. Do.
I got you, but I do not see him.
Being compact's got its benefits.
Help! Help me! Please!
It's stuck fast. It's stuck fast.
You, son of Tenax, has King Thoran come to liberate this Isle of Horrors? Brachus always feared him. He always feared dwarfish might. Oh, blessed day! It hasn't. The wicked king? He's dead? Strange to think it's been so long since I've been trapped here. So long since I've seen a living soul. A wicked king, it was. Brachus Rex by name. The Order of the Source Hunters discovered a great horror upon this prison isle, and I was sent to stop it. Yet my failure was absolute. I am not fit to bear the insignia of the Source Hunters any longer. Please, good sir, you must free me. Prise this spear from my chest, where it has been stuck fast for the last 1,000 years. Seize the spear. End this degradation. I beg you.
It's stuck fast.
Please, good sir. The spear. Seize it and pull. I can nearly taste.
It's stuck fast. It's stuck fast.
What sort of fiend assaults one so restrained? Please, good sir.
It's stuck fast.
Stop there! I'm quite defenseless here.
It's stuck fast.
No one tells me there are so many children.
I am glad to see you. Yes, please ask. I know they help.
So this is
Delivery.
for
Surely you'll have one.
Scram, snake face.
Hmm? Oh, excuse me.
Griff is slowly, methodically peeling the skin from a potato. As you approach, he looks up, setting the potato, but not the sharp little knife, down on the table.
What? Out with it.
He smirks and holds the little knife up to the light, watching it glint.
I'm listening. Can't help you there. If I could, I wouldn't be here peeling goddamn potatoes. A Myro. Bloody elves. I guess you mean the clown I caught stealing from my kitchen. He's not going anywhere. Supplies. A crate of food, citrus in particular. He'll talk, or he'll die quiet. Ain't been here long, have ya? No one gets to have it all. No one starves anyone else.
He twirls his knife between his fingers.
Divine's gone. This blade is the only god watching over folk. All I want is my supplies. Happy to let this clown die in a gutter instead of my kitchen. Bring back my crate, and you got yourself a deal. You already know the... Sure. Worse than war rations, these. Leave him be. Don't make me say it again.
Listen, I can help you if you just...
Shut up!
An elf, caked in mud and blood, looks up at you from the bottom of the cage. He holds his shoulder at a strange angle. Despite his condition, he appears eager for your attention.
You believe what he says? That I am a thief?
He perks up and wipes his face with his good hand.
Sahela, you speak to her? She is all right then. Good. Huh. She sees my trouble, of course. She already knows. And she knows I help you out of here in exchange. It is all prepared. It is ready. I am too weak to go. But I must care for Sahela. You release me, and I show you the way out. I tell you nothing until I am free. I must return to her. I must. I see no one. In fact, I only hear the sound of Griff clearing his throat. You know how he does? Like so. For some time, I think Griff takes his own supplies. But I see the anger in him that he does not find it. He truly does not find what he seeks. Griff is a powerful man. Power is mysterious. In case I intend no harm. I want only some provisions. A bit of bread, a potato, you understand. Thank you.
Perhaps if those bleed.
Hey, up here! You're a little lucky. Why don't you take a gander at the goodies I got? Stuff you won't find. Boss don't mind where the gold comes from, long as he gets his cut. Have a look, why don't you? Your cash is plenty good here.
Ain't fit for beasts.
Worse than war rations, these.
Mind your manners round Griff, eh? What do you want, freak? If Boss trusts you to find something for him, you better not disappoint him. You won't like him when he's disappointed.
When another divine arises, will source change? You forget my name here. What if there are no sources?
Boss will be fine. He's got himself in a fit state now, but as soon as another shipment comes in, he'll be right as rain. Hands out your pockets now.
The lizard's brow knits together, then apart, and back again. He seems to be swimming deep in...
What? Oh, new, are you? Very good, very good. Make yourself at home. Advice?
The dwarf slaps his knees and chest, and
They stole me boots and burned me hat. Oh, not bad.
he bows.
Welcome to the Joy, my famed friend. Thank you, your wisefulness. I admit it ain't one of my best, but I figured you'd tired it. You can thank me sister for...
His voice.
I heard you once rode a serpent to a sea city, heeding a mermaid choir's melody. And that they begged for the beast of their dreams to make love to 'em all twice over. Tell me for true.
Oh, then I'll call it as I see it. Your legend lives, and only the fearsome... You were here, the wild beast. You're covered, can't hid you, and nor can you birth. Its daggers don't care about the girl that you were. Or, take nothing. The sailors sing what's in their hearts. Keep spirits high when the sails droop. They still hum your praises, you know. The rebellion is... 10 bottles of mead, 1,000 bottles of dust. I give you one more chance to shut that ugly mouth of yours.
Please, excuse us.
You're talking to me, not him, Sam.
Oh, for the love of Lucian, Balladeer. You're acting like a madman.
Say it again. What you said about my wife. Go on. Go on, Sam.
Well, it's the truth, and you know it. She's better off. So what if it was messy? I'd rather puke myself to death 1,000 times than let the Reds get to me. If she were my wife, I'd be happy for her.
A flat smile twitches across Balladeer's lips.
She never did like you.
The man looks for a moment at the corpse at his feet, then turns back toward the nearly finished coffin, bloodied hammer in hand.
Don't feel too bad. Fella had no decency. If you don't have that, you don't have anything to live for. Maybe they're onto something then. Maybe we do belong here.
He nods at you and turns back to his handiwork. He lines up another nail and hammers it into the panel.
Wouldn't know a thing about you and I, Gretty.
He taps hammer to... Amid the squalor of Fort Joy, you suddenly spot an elf with diamond features, regal and radiant, but cold too, and sharp. She was the one who sat rolling dice in the ship that went under, deciding fates with every roll, or so she said. Her eyes are focused on a lizard some distance away, and you get the distinct feeling he's an unfortunate man indeed to be trapped in her tiger-like gaze. No sooner have these words left your mouth than she turns about and grabs you in a stranglehold. You feel the tip of a long needle being pushed a little ways into your neck.
You caught me off guard. No one catches me off guard. Better tell me who you really are, or this time I'll let my needle.
A seafaring man. Should have known from your barnacle breath.
A push, a pivot, and now you suddenly face her. The needle still all too deeply embedded in the side of your throat. Despite the precariousness of your situation, you notice something that remained undetected in the gloom of the ship. A flaw in her diamond features. A curiously shaped scar on her left cheek.
Let me tell you, once upon a bad old time, a lizard cut this thing, this living scar. But now I'm free. I intend to raise the subject with him.
She drives the needle in deeper and whispers.
In truth, it does not matter in the least who you really are. You saw me mark my prey. You could warn him, save him, or kill him before I get my chance. That makes you a liability. That makes you needle feed.
A bright sparkle of laughter follows your proposal.
Ha! How amusing. I admit I had not seen that twist coming. I was certain the pitiful begging was about to begin. Make your case and do it quickly. Why should I join you? Escape? How you do tickle me. Most of the misguided deers around here would argue such a thing is impossible. I'm inclined to agree. You managed to catch me off guard, after all. Oh, little needle mine, what should I do? Push or pull? The agony of choice. You know what? Today is a rather fine day. Sunshine and an easy breeze. Yes, I'll let you live. I'm not quite sure the weather will save him.
With a casual flick of the wrist, she withdraws the needle from your neck and smiles, as if she just invited you to sit down for tea.
Let's discuss our respective roles that you, me, and Death will be playing many a round of hide and seek. So, what role would you like me to... As a rogue, my speciality is stealth, the quick silence of the dagger striking unseen. That said, I'm perfectly lethal wielding any weapon or magic. So, the choice is yours. Suits me fine. Lead on. Or better yet, let me take the lead. Then follow me.
You're not quite certain you'll ever sleep soundly with Sabine in any sort of proximity.
The sun shines bright upon this island, but its hidden heart is dark.
As you're about to approach the lizard, Sabine cups your chin between thumb and index finger, then guides your eyes to hers.
Listen, I need to have a chat with this here morsel of flesh. He has wronged me once, but may just do right by me this time.
To your surprise, Sabine proceeds to throttle the unsuspecting lizard with one hand as she drives the tip of her needle into his lower belly with the other. Then you hear him yelp about the master, lone wolves, and a man called Griff. Then, quite suddenly, there's blood everywhere as Stingtail falls to the ground, face first into his own intestines. Sabine heaves a sigh of satisfaction, and as she wipes her needle clean, shoots you a cursory look.
Chat's over.
So, that seemed just a tad excessive.
Something on your mind? It's simple. He scarred me, so I scarred him.
She defies you with...
Can you blame me? There it is. I was wondering. Anyway, what's dead is done, so let's move on. You know what? Two birds, one...
frightfully busy at the moment, love. Haven't got... Oh.
The squirrel looks at you in shock. Are you sure? The cat's eyes are clouded. It appears confused, and yet some... The cat's eye. It appears confused.
Ain't fit for beasts.
Sibyl gently places a hand on the small of your bag. Her mouth reaches your ear with a whisper.
Let me have a word with the gentleman, would you? I've a little clue to follow up on.
Sibyl steps forward and asks Griff the cook about the lone wolves. A dead little birdie told her he's the man to talk to. A little back and forth ensues. Money crosses hands, and before you know it, Sibyl stands back beside you, all smiles.
Thank you. We should make good on our escape, you know. I have to see a man about a wolf in the hollow marshes. Naught but a whelp in skillful hands, I'm sure. Zalaskar's his name. A name for the taking, if it comes to that.
Easy, eh?
Heading into the kitchen? Don't try anything funny around Griff. Ha! Cheeky. What's your... All right, Slick. Haven't seen you around here before. When did you get in? All right, easy now. You seem sweet, but I'm more curious about you than a bunch of cheesy lines. Ha! Thank you. You think? I was raised by the whip, and I'm not afraid to use one either. Joining up with Griff's the closest thing you can get. There's a gap between what we want and what we can have, isn't there? Here more than anywhere.
She laughs. The sound fills the air like the ringing of a bell.
Now, wouldn't that be something? Look, I have an idea. I know we don't know each other very well, but time is so short and a connection is so rare. If we get out of here, will you meet me again in Arks?
Ain't fit for beasts.
I don't care where you come from, don't even care who you are, but I feel a connection, don't you? So, you'll meet me? These strange times can... Ah! Need something in the kitchen, do you?
The time for gods is over.
You there. You've just arrived, isn't that right? Are you quite alone? Forget that. People are fast to abandon clan and kin in this place. They're a bunch of cowards. Not me, though. I have a plan. I've been here a long time. Longer than anyone else. People get taken sometimes. I have a way out of here. It won't be easy, and I need a partner. Are you interested? Oh, noble. But after the Magisters take you all, your nobility. Good luck with your friends, though. Enjoy your life.
Bottles of dust. 50 bottles of tears, oh.
I fear it will be quite some time before we find any answer.
Say, I don't know any elvish ditties.
A single name throbs across your brain. Verdas, Verdas, Verdas! He must escape. He cannot die here. The man looks for a moment at the corpse at his feet, then turns back toward the nearly finished coffin, bloodied hammer in hand. He nods at you.
Bastard.
The woman looks out on the gently lapping waves. She seems totally at peace, but as you approach...
Haven't seen you around here before. New? Well, you here alone?
She gives you a look.
Maybe you ought to give those companions of yours another chance. Maybe they mean something to you after all. Easy enough.
Mind your manners round Griff, eh?
Hey, shortbread. What you heard about a crate of stolen supplies? And don't you lie to me now. If I did, I wouldn't give 'em up to you. Griff sent me, not you. Look, I'm Griff's right hand, and I'm gonna find that crate, and you're gonna watch me hand it over to him. Still here? Heard of anyone that might have taken Griff's supplies yet? If I did, I wouldn't give 'em up to you. Griff... Yeah. You, elf. What you heard about a crate of stolen supplies?
You there, dwarf. You looking for a match? Bet you make up for your height with a good strong sword arm. Isn't that right? Ha! That's the spirit. Not scared, are ya? Go on.
A moment's pause. I had thought us too wicked for rest.
Let me guess. You're here for a match. Dunno what you heard, but they won't take it easy on you just 'cause you're an elf. You'll find out. Not scared.
An elf, caked in mud and...
You believe what he says? That I...
He perks up and wipes his...
Sahela, an elf I am. Thank you.
The dwarf cocks his head left, then right.
Marcus? Marcus Miles? Right. Sorry. Just hard not to see you as that wild-eyed troublemaker you used to be. It's been, what, over a decade, yeah? Bigger than what she's already managed. You're going to need to blow this popweed stand if you want to stop her. But maybe this'll help. Nab the key off that Kraus fella up above.
not the brightest of magisters, would stick his head in a pig's arse and call it a hat. Reckon he'd unlocked one of the doors to the prison, though I'm not sure which. I'd tell you to take care crossing the Divine Order, but from what I hear, you can handle yourself just fine against Alexander's flunkies. So it was.
You come to fight. You come to prove yourself. You come to be worthy. There can be only good. Who aids you? Choose wisely. Whether you fail or succeed, you do not fight more than once. Doesn't it? I'll yield to none!
I'm the only one with the guts. I deserve the glory.
You are not the one. Pity.
Someone will yet be chosen.
Cannot
You are
harm
not the one.
Patience does not come easy, however.
Defeated. Narrowly, some might say. Tell me, what is your strategy in battle? You may have lost an effective. I will keep...
There is no shame in failing to be...
You're too puny. Ain't nothing good. I'm the only one with the guts.
Ain't fit for beasts.
Not too worse for wear, are you? So, how'd it go? Ah, too bad. And here I thought everyone won their first match. Did you speak to the burnished one? Good. I doubt that's the last you'll be seeing of him. There are those of us who believe he's the key to ending all of this mess. The...
Don't tell anyone where you got this, eh?
Keep it
Still on your feet, eh? Glad to hear it. Feel fella in that cage is the thief. Stashed the oranges somewhere before he was caught. If you believe that. I see plenty of liars in my line of work. Snakes, weasels, worms. That fella's square as a pavestone. Sure do. Ask me, it'd have to be one of those sad sacks that's always hanging around Griff looking for favours.
She darts her tongue out of her mouth like a snake.
Some folks, and some reptiles, will do anything to get... I see plenty of liars in my line of work. Snakes, weasels, worms. It's all in the eyes. Sure you don't want to have a look at my stock before you go? I was serious about what I said. Everything in my pack's been got by special means.
Ain't fit for beasts.
Boss don't mind where the gold comes from, long as he gets his cut. Have a look, why don't you? Your cash is plenty good here. Only the finest, you know.
Worse than war rations, these.
I've got that special shipment you was asking after.
Got it?
Worse than war rations, these. Ain't fit for beasts.
If a magister finds this on you, you forget my name, here.
Got it?
Still on your feet, eh?
Griff glances from his blade.
You already know the terms. Nothing else to say.
Griff tears into one of the oranges with both hands. Juice squirts through his hands as he desperately rips through the rind.
Looks like everything's accounted for. Now the important question. Who's the thief?
He raises an eyebrow.
If a magister
Looks like someone did my job for me. Your guy's free to go. He should be fine.
Keep it down, will you?
It is done. And quickly. I hold my end of the bargain. I show you the way out. But I have something more to ask of you. Yes, I become Sahela. She is everything. A ruler, a seer, a knower. It is for all our people. Give me your map.
I give you this amulet. You must pass it to the elves who still remain. Tell them Sahela is here.
I go to her. I will.